Edo, welcome to No Choftes. Stel's here. Pedro's not here, but I've got a prettier replacement.
Hello, Pedro.
There you go. Bandelimo, what's going on, bro?
Μια χαρά, εσύ.
Yeah, good.
You should be happier than me because both United and Omonia won. I'm an Arsenal fan, so...
not body there, but you beat me to it. Couldn't you believe it? Ray, did you watch the game?
I was trying to watch it because it was the same time as Omonia, because I was working. Κάμνα και παιχνίδι της ανόρθωσης πιο πριν και κάμνα και παιχνίδι της Ομονίας μετά. I had my tablet watching Arsenal. Ό,τι μπορούσαμε να δούμε.
They'll still win the league. They'll still win the league.
I hope so.
There's no chance. There's no chance. But hey, File, there's another team that's top of the league, Dora. 5 points clear of Ajax, 8 points clear of Buffalo. Hey, listen, I'm not saying anything. I'm not getting overexcited. The chances are stronger, Dora.
Ακριβώς. Δείχνουμε εβδομάδα με εβδομάδα. Το παιχνίδι με τον Άρη, εγώ σήμερα όχι φοβούμουν το. Απλά ίσως a draw would be fine with me. I wouldn't complain if we got a draw. But the way we started, I mean, we had some problems today. We conceded 3 goals. But the way we played, I mean, it was absolutely... in the first half, it was a crazy first half, of course.
Yeah.
Προσπαθούσα και εγώ να καταλάβω ο Mmaaaaad ήταν σε πολλά καλή βραδιά, αλλά ο Τάνκοβιτς δεκάρι μπορεί να προσφέρει πάρα πολλά. Εγώ που το βάζει δεξιά ομπέρ, εντάξει, προσπαθεί να τους χωρέσει ούλους, αλλά εγώ που έβαζε δεξιά ομπέρ και όχι μου άρεσκε, αλλά σίγουρα προτιμούσα να το δω δεκάρι, γιατί ξέρω ότι μπορεί να προσφέρει ως δεκάρι. Έχει και τον Εβάντρο, έχει και ο Σεμέδο μπροστά. Ειδικά που το πρώτο λεπτό φάνηκε ότι μπορείς να κάνεις τη διαφορά μπροστά. Όπως είπα, είχαμε θέματα πίσω. Κατάλαβε και ο Μπέρκ ότι το United Εβάντρο κάποτε αφήνει πολλά κενά. Γι' αυτό εμπιστεύκεται και τον Ανδρέου. Που ακούσα για τον Μάρις ότι δεν του αρέσκει, αλλά δεν νομίζω αν τούτο ότι δεν του αρέσκει. Απλά ο Μάρις είναι ήδη πιο μεγάλος, ο Ανδρέου είναι πιο μικρός, μπορεί να τον εξελίξει ο Μπέρκ με στόχο το μέλλον να τον έχει κοντά του. Είναι και ένας Κυπρέος, οπότε γιατί να με δοκίσει ευκαιρία στον Ανδρέου αφού ανταποκρίνεται. Αυτά, δεν ξέρω να συμφωνώ.
Φίλε, I was surprised to see Dodis in midfield. He's played a lot of games and he's still young. Allah, it made sense at the same time. He's got more energy than Maric. And I think in a game like Aris, who went with 3 in the middle of the park with Humbo, Burhan, and who was the other guy they had in the middle of the park? Who's the other central midfielder? Who did they have? Who was it? Shit, I've forgotten who they had in the middle of the park because they switched it up when Gomis came on. Who's the other guy they had in the middle? Fuck. Musunda. Musunda, of course. Musunda's a central different,
and they changed it at half time. Musunda and Godot was Gomis and they played. Yeah.
Because they had it was more like Humbo as a, I wouldn't even say a Vegari. He was like an Octo. It was like a number 8, but he was in the box to box. But they had Musunda and Burhan protected. It was Musunda in front of the 2 central defenders. And Burhan is a good player, but he's not gonna affect the game going forward from an attacking perspective. So when I saw Dodis in the middle with Aiting, I thought we need the legs, we need the energy, because they're going to have the 2 holding and then Humbo doing the box to box. But then when I saw Evander on the right, Esqueftigadon Correa that always likes to go forward. If you look at Aris games this season, Correa has been the main guy on the Ftera, and actually they've got McCausland and they've got Mayambella and Montnor, but a lot of their attacks on the left are from Correa getting forward, and they go with 3 at the back because the fullback tucks in to make the 3. So it made sense to have Evandro on the right because he's done that for the last Gomines, right wing, defending. So I think we played we played the right system anyway. But the first Pendelepta, it was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, the way we started, I mean, we had the ball the whole of first 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. I until we scored, we had the ball in the half, I think. And then it was natural for us to. Ξέρεις, να είμαστε πιο πίσω. They tried to equalize. We found a second, and then we saw, I don't know if it was αν χαλαρώσαν, ας πούμε, οι παίχτες ή αν ήταν έλλειψη συγκέντρωσης επειδή προηγηθήκαμε με 2 γκολ. 2-1 ήταν. It was a crazy game. I don't know. I don't know how to explain the first half. It was crazy because Berg, when we score, we know that he isn't trying to score a second right away. I mean, we should lower the tempo and things like that. Then we scored a second. The game got crazy. So it's the first time that I didn't see him many times this year celebrating very passionately. Today it was one of those games that I saw him from the TV. I didn't go to the match, but he was pretty passionate celebrating when I saw him. And I don't see that often, so I knew it was a very crucial game for him too. Today's game.
Yeah, I think he's more angry that we conceded the 3 goals because all 3 of them, and that's Dobrodon, that McCausland scored. I mean, we're going to show them, but I think it was a very good cross, and it was a dangerous cross. It could have, if it came off a defender, it would have gone in. It was one of those that it was very difficult to defend. But the other 2 goals, no, I'm sorry there, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Let's talk about the first goal, then Maya's goal. We had the corner. I mean, I'm going to show the highlights anyway. We had the corner, and then it went all the way to the halfway line, and then Aitin crossed it. It was headed back. Masura tried a shot. It completely fucked it, but then Maya was there to give us the lead. And it's what the English call a poacher's goal.
Yeah.
6-yard box. Good finish.
It was a really good finish too because most strikers maybe in Cyprus will take a direct shot. I mean, he saw where the keeper was. He took a shot to the far post. So that's how we were up 1-0, and it was a really crucial goal, and he shows that he's a really good striker. I mean, he's a step above from the strikers in the Cyprus League. That's what I'm trying to say. He can open space. He can make runs. That the second goal, for example, I know we are talking about the first one, but the second goal, it's his run that is making the space for Tankovic to get the assist. So it's a striker that Omonia needed. I mean, he's much more than a striker. He does a lot more than score goals if you watch Omonia's games.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't certain how he would do for us. When we signed him, I was very concerned with his fitness issues because I know he had a lot of fitness problems at Stoke City. And that was probably the reason why he didn't hit the form that he perhaps should have done. And I was saying, if he gets 15 goals this season, I'll be happy because we need a guy that can score us goals, but we also need a player that can contribute in other ways. It's not just about getting goals. If you're a striker, you need to do more. And as you quite rightly said, it's his movement off the ball that causes problems. In fact, his hold-up play is brilliant as well. We'll see from his 4th goal. You know, we can talk about the goal all we like, but it was the build-up which I was more impressed with, how he held the ball up, not once, but twice. And it was the one-touch passing with Tankovic. But again, we'll go into that a bit. Bro, let me just bring the goals up. We'll speak about the goals. It'll be better that way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Edo Prodo. So Edo, it goes all the way back to the halfway line. I think this was planned. I think this was part of the tactic. What do you think?
I think so too, because Masura's made a run there to get it back in. But then, okay, how he got the assist was accidental, but I think this was worked in training. This is training because The way I think puts the cross in, he's all alone there too. We saw I think we scored one similar goal against Wolfsberger in Austria when Koulibaly scored. So maybe they are trying to give the ball to Eiting so that he can take that finessed cross in. And some players that are dangerous are already there because of the corner. So they are trying to maybe get some defenders off because we got the ball more away, then cross the ball in. So it definitely worked out on training, I think.
No, I think that it's got to do with the element of surprise, the Oddie. If you remember after the AL game, Hugo Martins was saying that they practiced the set pieces to stop Jovetic from scoring. That was one of the plans in training. And I think Ari have obviously seen what we've done from corner kicks recently. And they thought, well, you know, we're going to defend a certain way. And we thought, well, if it's an early corner in the game, if we do what they expect us to do, then it might not end up being with a goal. So let's try something different. And they tried that first off, and we got the goal. Yeah, lovely. Anyway, to δεύτερον. This one comes from a build-up from our own box, which is, again, I like seeing goals like this. We get the ball on the right-hand side, one-touch passing, good movement. And I think, again, like we said about Mmaaaaad playing off the defender's shoulder, that's a great pass, by the way. And that's Borgadi. Shall I tell you why that's a really, really good goal? He shoots the ball close to the goalkeeper along the ground, and it's very difficult for a goalkeeper that's 6 foot plus to get on the ground to save that.
Yeah, it was a very smart finish. And as I said, for Tankovic as a number 10, he has a lot of space to do the things he likes. And for Mmaaaaad, I don't know, it was his day. He was on fire today because he did 4 finishes. Okay, the third one was... but this finish as well, I mean, the way he sees the keeper, where he's gonna move, είδε το Βανά, όπως και στο πρώτο είδε το Βανά ότι ήταν απέναντι του, έκανε ένα διαγωνίο σουτ στο δεύτερο δοκάρι, και στο δεύτερο δαμέ είδε ότι ο Βανά ήταν έτοιμος να το σώσει, εκτός αν έκαμε το σουτ, το συρτό, όπως είπε, δύσκολο για ένα ψηλό τερματοφύλακα, έγινε το 2-0, αλλά και κίνηση...
Well, look at where he is now. Yeah. Look at where he is now. He's in his own half.
Yeah.
And then he looks and sees the gap in between, because there's 3 defenders there. You've got Kalulu at the bottom, you've got Goldson, and you've got Balogun. And what he does, he sees that Balogun is stretched on the left. He's heading towards our right-hand side. So he's stretched, and he sees that. He goes, right, I'm going to exploit that space in between Goldson and Balogun. He's already got, a yard on him, and he's quicker than him anyway. And he's just saying to Tankovic, feed me, play me. Times it very right. He's not offside. Lovely.
Yeah. A smart move and a smart finish. I mean, this goal with the move he does that you explained, that's what... It's the difference between him and some other strikers we had in the recent years. That's what I say. He's contributing a lot more. He is creating the chances. He's going to take most of the times with that runs.
Yeah. And it's good that he's showing that maturity. I think that he's pόσο χρόνο τώρα, 25?
28.
28? Fucking hell. That's a good age, though. It's a good age. He's in his prime. So he's showing that maturity. Jay, you can tell that he enjoys being at Omonia as well. It's not the fact that they're winning. It's the fact that he's there and he's enjoying his football. He's getting the opportunities. So, yeah, happy days.
Yeah, he's enjoying his football, and I mean, Omonia this season is like a family. And some players are hanging out a lot. For example, Mmaaaaad and Semedo, the French-talking players, it was Hamas too, but he left.
Yeah.
They were hanging out a lot. The same goes for the players like Jovetic, Rakovic, Simic. All the players, there's no problems. Anything. I think Berg is the main factor that made this better this season, because πέρσι βλέπαμε τον Jovetic να βγαίνει αλλαγή Φριάζει με τον Αναστασίου, χτύπαν μπάγκους. Φέτος ο Μπέρκ δεν θα ανεχτεί κάτι τέτοιο. Ας πούμε, αν κάνεις κάτι τέτοιο, μπορεί να μην παίξεις στο επόμενο παιχνίδι. Αυτή είναι η διαφορά και του προπονητή φέτος.
No, bro, here's the other thing. Who's going to tell Berg anything? You're talking about a guy that's won the Brathlima, he won the Gibberlo, and he's won everything as a player. He played with one of the best football teams ever. So who's going to say anything to Henning Berg about learning and, you know, oh, you don't know what you're talking about? Cigare, you won a treble, for fuck's sake. And he won the Premier League at Blackburn Rovers. Fucking hell, man, come on. Who's going to talk to Henning Berg about anything? Even Jovetic can't talk to Henning Berg. No one could talk to him.
He's achieved more than any of the players playing here.
Together. Limon, let's go with the Ari goal, as I was talking about before, with the cross. I think we fell asleep, because if you see this one, we give away the throw in. So they get the ball, we clear the ball, no problem, and everyone switches off. They're in a rush to take the throw in. Everyone switches off. By the time they wake up, you know, it's a great cross. I mean, that's a great cross. Come on.
Yeah.
You, as I said, when that ball goes across the 6-yard box, look how many people were there. I mean, it's difficult, right? It's difficult to defend against. You can't.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is the trio, the handball. So, tell me, when you first saw this, was your immediate response penalty?
To be honest, no, I think it was like here. And I'm still not sure if it was more down like here. But if you stop a goal with your hand, it's going to be a penalty. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's clear that it's an extra part of his body that is stopping the goal. The ball was going directly to the goal. I think that's what was the decisive thing for the referee.
Yeah.
For the VAR, because the referee needed a lot of help from VAR today. But in the end, I think it wasn't deserved penalty.
Bro, this is the thing, right? And you know, you're a journalist, you know what goes in and around the Yibeda and everything. I think they need better cameras, more cameras, and then put in better positions, because I'll be 100% honest. Watching that again, I can't tell whether it's hit his shoulder or I mean, look, what is handball done? If it's hit him here, that's a penalty. If it's hit him on the shoulder, it's not. Okay, from that, it looks like it's hit his arm. I see the trajectory of the ball when it bounces. If it's hit his godkala, right, it's going to go flying, isn't it, with that pace of the ball? So even Dora, I'm sitting there thinking, I can understand why it was given, but if it wasn't given, I can still kind of understand as well.
Yeah, το ίδιο. Εγώ ενώ και αν δεν το έδινε, βρίσκω μια λογική. Είναι τελείως λάθος το να μην το έδινε. Το θέλω να πω. Έναν ποσοστό νομίζω σε των οπαδών καταλάβουν το. Ότι και αν δεν το έδινε, επειδή είναι ξεκαθαρό, που την κάμερα ότι ξεκάθαρο χέρι, απλά νομίζω επηρεάσε το ότι πάνε την μπάλα ακριβώς προς τα δίχτυα και ίσως γι' αυτό να πήραν την αποφάση. Μπορεί γι' αυτό.
Yeah. Maybe also the reaction of our players kind of swayed the VAR decision a little bit, because it was right in front of them. Now, of course, players are going to appeal for these things. Of course, they're going to do it. But sometimes you can tell just by a player's body language that it's like, you know, Tankovic was going to score if it doesn't hit that part of his body. So I think the referee or the VAR assistant probably thought, well, it looks more of a penalty than not. If we don't give it, then it's going to be a bit of a sticky one, isn't it? So I don't know. I think that they shit the bed a little bit, the referees, but at the same time, I said before, they gave it. I don't blame them for giving it, but if they didn't give it, I'd still be a little bit 50-50. This is my opinion. My opinion. Don't kill me.
Yeah, no, it's the same for me. That's what I'm saying.
What do journalists say about the cameras in the stadiums? Because we've seen so many stupid things happening with VAR and balls crossing the line, not crossing the line, yada yada yada. Do you guys talk about this a lot?
Μιλούμε, αλλά εντάξει, πρέπει να έχουν καλύτερες κάμερες και στο θέμα των γραμμών. Προσπάθησε η ΚΟΠ να βάλει κάμερες στις γραμμές για το θέμα της γραμμής από πέρσι. Αλλά πάλι τούτες οι φάσεις σε πολλά μάτς. Γιατί που τυχαίνεις και κάνουμε και μεταδόσεις και προσπαθώ να καταλάβω, μπορεί να έχω monitor μπροστά μου, σε πολλές φάσεις πάλι είναι πολλά καθαρό το πλάνο. Η τοποθεσία του κάμερου. Μπορεί μια κάμερα να είναι σε έναν τόπο που να μην καταλαβαίνεις πάλι αν γίνεται κάτι στην περιοχή που να είναι παράβαση ή κάτι. Εντάξει, χρειάζονται καλύτερες κάμερες, χρειάζονται λεφτά να μπουν καλύτερες κάμερες. Πρέπει να επενδύσουν και εμείς ως δημοσιογράφοι νομίζω θέλουμε το τούτο και ο κόσμος θέλει το τούτο, απλά πρέπει να επενδύσουν λεφτά.
Yeah, realia. Pies. Right, so Willie Semedo stepped up, scored the penalty, lovely, no problem. Right, το δεύτερο. Now, εγώ, I see this goal, Genevriazzo, and the reason why is not just because they scored. Πρώτα απ' όλα, Ari all season, in fact, for the last 4 or 5 weeks, have been working on their corner kicks, and it's always deep deliveries. It's nothing near post apart from the one that Gaguli scored against Ethnigo. It's always deep. But if you look at where Balogun is, he has a free header. I'm going to take it back again. He's the furthest back from the Ari players.
Yeah.
Here you go. He's the furthest back. No one is challenging him. No one is blocking him off. It's a brave header. I think he's got a concussion. I hope he's all right. Okay, that's a great header. Allah, Koulibaly, he turns his body. And because he turns his body, it deflects off him. If he stood square or straight, it would have hit him and gone back out. But as he's turned his body, he's deflected the ball in. And on top of that, you've got Evandro on the post. He's just standing there. I just think that's a poor goal to concede. I don't know. What do you think?
No, it was a poor goal to concede. I think that's what τούτο που είπαμε ίσως να χαλαρώσαν. Βάλαμε 2 γκολ, παίρνει μειώνουν, ξαναβάζουμε και τρίτο. Μπορεί να χαλάρωσε, φωνάζαν και ο Μπέρκ. I mean, Berg was furious because before the second goal of Aris, I think there were 2 times that Gordson was on the far post, and from corner, they tried to do the same thing, and Berg was saying to fix this, not let them. I mean, I think when the match finished in his statements, he told that they knew that Aris was very dangerous from set pieces, and he was screaming the whole time for them to don't do that, and then we conceded from that. I mean, in the third, fourth corner that they did that. So that is a part of why I think it was a poor goal to concede, because they had 2 or 3 similar situations before that, and we still didn't fix that. So that's the case about this goal. And the thing with Koulibaly that you said, and it was part unlucky goal, part poor defending, part everything. And it was a good header from Balogun as well. I hope he's well too. He looks like a really good guy. I saw that you talked with him, and yeah.
Well, if you, again, I'm going to do this, Dora, because I haven't done it yet. If you go to our Patreon for €3 a month, you see the pre-game analysis videos. And this morning, I dropped the Ari one, and I said, look out for them from their corners, because that's something that they've been working on for the last few weeks. In fact, we saw against AEK in the game which they beat them 1-0, a lot of deliveries in the box. We saw against Ethnigo last weekend. In fact, they had a free kick, which Humble took, and he ended up going out for a corner. Humble took the corner, and Gaguli scored. So they have been working on it. And it appears that it's the new thing that's happening in Gibro, set pieces. Like, we've started working harder on them. Ari have been doing it. I know Abuel were doing it a lot under Sapinto. Is this the Arteta thing happening in Cyprus, Dora? Huh? Is this what's going on, Dora?
Yeah, I think a lot of coaches were influenced by Arsenal in this kind of matter, and a lot of teams are going in the way of of having a free kick coach or something. I don't think in Cyprus we will have that. A coach for free kicks. But όλες οι ομάδες να το δουλέψουν παραπάνω. Επειδή βλέπουν ότι δουλεύει, ας πούμε, η Arsenal πρώτη και σχεδόν που δουν το πράγμα μόνο, ότι σκοράρει που corner ή που στιμένες φάσεις, αλλά σίγουρα βοηθά και η Ομόνια νομίζω τα 3 γκολ σήμερα ίσως να ήταν που στιμένη φάση. Ήταν το πρώτο και το τέταρτο σίγουρα. Δεν θυμάμαι τώρα σίγουρα για τα άλλα, αλλά ναι, δουλεύουμε το και εμείς αρκετά. Η Ομόνια, αλλά φαίνεται ότι δουλεύουν και άλλες ομάδες. Πάντα και οι αλληλοκαλύψεις στα κόρνερ πολλά σημαντικές και αμυντικά και επιθετικά. Και φαίνεται να το καταλαβαίνουν οι προπονητές ότι μπορεί που μια στατική φάση να σου βγει όλο το παιχνίδι και να πάει καλά. Γι' αυτό.
Yeah. I mean, it's very important. I did again, balance to Patreon. I did a comparison from this season to last season. Jebersi, the whole season we had 197 corners, and we only scored 2 goals direct from a corner. When I say direct, it means a cross and a goal. Like the first goal, similar where it was passing it all the backers in a build-up. After the IL game, because I didn't do the which game? Who did we play after IL?
It was Anorthosis.
Anorthosis, bravo. I did do the statistica for that, right? But after the IL game, this season we've had 153 corners and we'd scored 6 goals from corners. There's a big difference.
Yeah.
Big difference. So again, clearly they've been working on it. And for those watching, again, Ibas has, because last season people were saying, Stel, you're obsessed with corners. And I was saying, if you can't score a goal against a team and you're playing against a low block like Baralimni when we lost 1-0, yeah, imagine if we were able to score from a corner. Okay. Sorry, Bandalimo. Just, big head, Dora. Anyway, the next goal from a corner. Would you believe it? Would you Adam and Eve it? There we go. Delia. Now, the referee gave this as a foul originally, and then he went to VAR and it was overturned. Now, I'll be honest, at first viewing, I'm talking about the first, not ignore the replays. The first time I saw it, I thought he's going to give a free kick for a foul on the goalkeeper. And then obviously when you see the replays, you can see that it's actually McCausland that is in between Vanna Alves and Banayodu, I think it was. So that's probably why. Yep, it's Banayodu. So it's McCausland that's actually blocked off his own goalkeeper, and the referee went to VAR, and it was given. Now, before I let you say what you need to say, there's going to be people that have been critical of the referee today. I think the referee was brilliant. I think he gave a lot of the good decision, not just towards us, but towards Ari. I think he used his yellow cards wisely. He wasn't just giving yellow cards for no fucking reason. And he did exactly what he's directed to do. He let the game go. He could have blown before Maya scored for a free kick. He could have done, but he let the game go, and then he blew for a free kick. And that's what referees are supposed to do. You let the game go. If a goal scored, that's when you go to VAR, and then you can say, right, if it's a foul on the goalkeeper or within the passage of play, then you give the free kick. If nothing happens, then it's a goal. So, go give it to the referee, man. Listen, I don't think anyone can argue with that, to be fair. My opinion.
Και εγώ νομίζω ήταν καλός ο διαιτητής και για τούτο που είπες ότι σφύρισε μετά, γιατί θυμούμε σε μάτσους της Ομόνιας που μπορεί να βάζαμε γκολ, θυμούμε ένα στο Δασάκι πριν 1 ή 2 χρόνια σκοράρε ο Λάγκ και επειδή προλάβαινε και σφύρισε πριν να πάει παλασταριστία, είναι μέτρησε τον γκολ. Ενώ είναι κάτι που μπορείς να το κάνεις και με το VAR που το έχεις να σε βοηθήσει. Και εγώ με τις κίτρινες θεωρώ, όπως είπα, έκανα το παιχνίδι της Ανόρθωσης πριν την Ομόνια. Και ο διαιτητής στα πρώτα 20 λεπτά νομίζω σφύρισε 15 φάουλ. Στο παιχνίδι της Ομόνιας ήταν πολλά διαφορετικό το πώς το χειριστήκε. Δεν σφύριζε σε ένα φάουλ, είναι πολλά σημαντικό για το παιχνίδι. Και γι' αυτόν το θεωρώ και ότι έπιεν τα αρκετά καλά ο διαιτητής. όπως είπες και για το πέναλτι, ίσως οι διαιτητές βαθμολογούνται ενώ και με τις αποφάσεις τους. Αν έδινε το πέναλτι εκείνος και δεν πήγαινε στο VR, θα είχε πιο ψηλή βαθμολογία από ότι που εν το είδαν και μετά έλεξαν το στο VAR. Γι' αυτό, αλλά θεωρώ ότι ήταν αρκετά οκ. Το λάθος του ίσως να ήταν ότι έδωκε το πέναλτι αμέσως, αλλά μπορεί να ήθελε να επιβεβαιωθεί μέσω VR ή κάτι. Αλλά όπως είπαμε και πριν για το πέναλτι, υπάρχει ένα ποσοστό νομίζω της απόφασης που αν την έπαιρνε διαφορετικά θα ήταν, ούτε εγώ θα ήμουν αρνητικός. Πιστεύω επειδή είναι και το angle των καμερών που δεν μπορείς να είσαι απολύτως.
Yeah. Well, bro, there's a comment here from Bumble. He says the first mistake was not giving the penalty, and the second mistake he gives a yellow card instead of a red. He was the last player and stopped the goal with his hand. Okay, Bumble. First of all, the first mistake, not giving the penalty, I disagree with that because again, in real time. Now, bearing in mind, that we watch it on television and we've got the luxury of having replays. Referee only gets a chance to see this once. Okay, so even now we're talking about the penalty. We're still saying we're not 100% certain that it's a penalty. Okay, so this is what we're saying. You can say different, that's fine. So I'm giving the referee the benefit of the doubt because, again, that was so quick. Now, the second mistake, he gives a yellow card instead of a red. It's what they call double jeopardy, right?
Yeah.
And this is the standard rules of football, right? He didn't intentionally stop the ball with his hand. His arm was in an unnatural position, but it wasn't a deliberate handball. So by the rules or the laws of FIFA, it's not a red card. So we can't sit here and say, oh, well, if he deliberately stopped it, like put his arm out and saved it, yeah, it's definitely a red card. But
a lot of people compared it. I saw a comment on Facebook where they compared it to the Suarez one against Ghana.
No.
But Suarez was like that.
Suarez was the goalkeeper.
He was acting like a keeper there. It was a totally different situation. So they were saying why Suarez got sent off that much. It was like, 16 years ago. It was 2010. And laws have changed from that. It was a whole different situation. So they are not even similar. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And look, let's get it right. Even if they did send him off, even if they did, right? For me, we've won the game anyway, right? And of course, it's a big decision to make. And of course, them being down to 10 men would have changed things. But hang about, weren't they down to 10 men at the Ghazi B and we got a 0-0? Didn't Borhan get sent off for 2 yellows?
Yeah.
And we didn't win the game. So what difference would it have made?
Sometimes playing with a player more is difficult because you prepare. Otherwise, it's something that can change a game. But overall, I think if you get, I don't know if that's the official laws, but if you can get punished for a penalty, you can get punished with a red card also.
Yeah.
So it's like a yellow and a penalty now with the new laws, I think.
Yeah. I think that's what they mean by the double jeopardy. But I think it depends on the situation. So if it was something like that, you can't send him off. But if it's an intentional one, it's going to be a red.
Yeah.
If you did what Suarez did, then he's going to get sent off. But that one was, I don't know, still a bit iffy. But anyway, what have we got now? Oh yeah, Eda. Right. So this is the. I believe this is the what's it called? This is Maya's goal. So first of all, and again, I just want to point this out because we mentioned Doddy's and his energy. Who wins the ball back here? That's a great challenge, by the way.
Yeah.
And then we move it on. That's a great pass again. This is from Evandro. It's a great pass. Back to Maya with him holding the ball up. That is strong. That is very strong. He could have gone down for a try, win a free kick. But again, he gets into that position. He does that little give and go, holds the ball up while he's got 2 players around him, plays it around the corner. And look at this strike, man. I mean, what can you say about that? You don't stop those, do you? You just don't stop those. Left foot as well.
Yeah. It was a brilliant goal, both in build-up and in Mmaaaaad. I think that's his best goal. I think undoubtedly it's his best goal of the night.
Yeah.
But the build-up as well, that's what you're saying about Totti. And the thing with Totti is that Berg, I think, realized that you need those extra runs. And with Evandro and I think at midfield, I think we played against AEK with that. Not in the cup, in the league, against Ethnikos, against Akritas, and we had some problems.
Yeah.
When Todi came in, a totally different player, to make those runs, to defend, and we look like a totally changed team. We conceded 3 today, but we look really different in terms of holding the ball, getting the ball back. Because with Evandro and I think even if they are two quality players that can build the game, they don't have that runs that you need.
Yeah.
And that showed against I think AEK more and Ethnic. I remember the Ethnikos game more at the KCP. They could have scored at least 2 in the first half, but we won in the end 4-0 because I think that was the case. We needed a player that can make those runs and defend as well.
Yeah, I think with Doddies in the team, you get that bit of industry. You know, you got the energy, you got the legs. But I did the analysis of the AEK game, and his passing was sublime. He was like a Michael Carrick kind of player. Yeah. You know, he'd get the ball, he'd take a look up, he'd scan the field, he'd do the basics, but he'd do it right. And that's what you need in midfield. You don't need this maestro. You don't need that kind of player. If you've got that kind of player, the guy that can create from deep, like we've got with Iting, you need someone that can either win the ball or is fully aware of the pitch, like the periphery of his eyes. He's a very talented player. Okay, we can't get too up ourselves about him because we've made that mistake before with other youngsters, but you can tell that he's a work in progress and he's doing the right things. As I mentioned, he won the ball back very, very well there. Against AEK, you know, his one-touch passing, his ability to spray the ball 10 yards square or 10 yards forward, not afraid to do a one-touch pass, to play it backwards, play the safe thing. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So if you've got that composure, especially someone of his age, I think it's a great tool to have. And also, we didn't mention Tankovic's back heel, which played it to Mmaaaaad. You know, it's just the awareness. Players like him, top class. Oh, speaking of top class, look who we've got here. Oh, hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Do you know what? I've been meaning to tell you this for a long time.
Yeah.
Right? If you get the beard right, you'd look like Wolverine with that hair.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
You look like Wolverine. I'm telling you.
Yes.
Bro, like honestly, you could pass as Wolverine.
Go for next season.
Okay.
When we get up to 4,000 subs, I'll turn into a Wolverine face.
Bro, like we'll get to 4,000 subs in the next couple of weeks. You know, we won't even have to buy them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to buy them. We'll have to buy views. That would be fine.
The Wolverine from the earlier X-Men movies or the
not Hugh Jackman. No.
Not Hugh Jackman. The comics one.
If it was a Hugh Jackman from Lidl, then maybe. But we got to you buy the fake shirts, you buy the fake toys, and it's Pedro. Speaking of which, at my mum's, I found the other day a Cypriot Monopoly. Yeah. Back in the day, they had a Monopoly for Cyprus, though. I need to bring it around and show you guys. Brilliant.
I still have it.
Yeah, but this is from the 80s, bro.
I know. I'm not a youngster. I have it. Με λίρες.
That's right. Yes. Yes. Right, come on, talk. We'll just do the highlights until you bite it in. That's fine.
No, but basically, Pandeli, nice to see you again.
You too.
You can talk Greek now. You can talk Greek now if you want.
Ναι, μόλις ήρθα από το γήπεδο τώρα, μόλις επέστρεψα πίσω που είναι Λεμεσό, έναν ενδιαφέρον παιχνίδι στον μπακάλικο σήμερα. Πιάμε και ψουμί, πιάμε και γάλα, είχε τα αυκά σε προσφορά, buy one get for free. Αγόρασα μια πεντάδα, εντάξει, κάνουμε, ως την άλλη εβδομάδα. Φίλε, παραπάνω έχω απορία για τα τέρματα που εδέχτηκε η ομάδα το πρώτο ημίχρονο, γιατί ήμουν στα ανάθεμα και φάνηκε μου παραπάνω ότι ήταν ολιγορία της άμυνας που έφαμε τα πρώτα δύο τέρματα στο πρώτο ημίχρονο και θέλω να ακούσω εσείς που το είδατε καλύτερα τι μπορείτε να μου πείτε για τούτο, αν είναι σωστά που το αντιλήφθηκα.
You go first.
Το πρώτο τέρμα ήταν πολλά καλό το delivery και ήταν πολλά επικίνδυνη η σέντρα, οπότε τσάι που έπιανε η μπάλα και με το Πάλτσον που έπιασε, εντάξει, κάπως αρκίσαμε μετά την επαναφορά, έφυγε έναν out πριν που το είδαμε, κάπως αρκίσαμε να το αντιληφθούμε, αλλά εντάξει, ήταν δύσκολο να αποφευθεί έτσι όπως ήταν το delivery, βλέπεις το και εσύ τώρα. Εντάξει, το δεύτερο, είπαμε, ήταν και ένα λάθος του Τσοτσεουκουλίν πάλι, αλλά ήδη προειδοποιήσαμε μας, εγώ τούτον είπα. Είχαμε και 3 κόρνερ και ήταν ο γκολ στο δεύτερο δοκάρι. Μπορεί να σκοράρει που είχαμε. Ο Μπέρκερ φωνάζε και πάλι μετά δεχτήκαμε γκολ που είχαμε. Οπότε μπορούσαμε να δει. Το δεύτερο σίγουρα μπορούσε να αποδεχθεί, το πρώτο νομίζω ήταν δύσκολο. Η γνώμη μου.
Οκ, να δω και ύστερα στιγμιότυπα να το ξεκαθαρίσω και εγώ με τον εαυτό μου να μπορεί να γίνει τζαμέ.
Pedro, trust me, the cross for that goal was sublime.
Το πρώτο.
It's so difficult to defend. So difficult because he's put it right in that 6-yard box, but the way that he's put whip on that ball, if that comes off a defender, it goes in. It's an own goal. It's so difficult to defend. It's horrible. Horrible.
Μάλιστα. Okay, δεχτώ.
We haven't shown the third goal though, the Aris third goal, which again is fucking atrocious defending, man. Absolutely atrocious.
Ήταν μπροστά μας, είδα το κοινό, ναι.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Maya's goal. Yeah. We've waxed lyrical about it. You missed out. So they've started from their own half, and in fact, let me take it back maybe like a couple of seconds, right? Because I want you guys to pay attention to where Gomis is, right? Because he peels away and he moves central and he finds that pocket of space in between our two central midfielders and the two central defenders. So he's actually got time to spin and play the ball, lay it off, right? But what happens is he actually receives it back as well. So he gets it. No one's picked him up. And then you've got Correa, who's got acres of space. I mean, look, I could be really anal and say, why is Evandro tucking in to help the central midfielders out? I would have wanted him to track that run because we know that how dangerous Correa is when he crosses the ball in the box. And again, that player should not be leaping higher than anyone else. He's like 4'0".
No.
He shouldn't be getting that. Okay, it's a running jump, and it's difficult to defend because it's an outswinger. I get it, right? But that defender should not.
Έπιαν την κεφαγιά without any obstacles whatsoever. It was like, yeah, I'm running and I'm jumping and I'm hitting a ball. It was as easy as that.
Well, let me bring it up again, yeah, because what I want to know, where is he when the ball goes in the box? Hang about.
In boxing περιοχή.
Right. Okay. So he's on Moses. He's on Odubajo, right?
No,
yeah.
No.
He's right. I don't know, man. That's too easy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
For me, that's too easy.
Όπως σου είπα, ναι. Ήταν περιπάτως το τρίτο τέρμα. Ήταν δώρον τέλεια.
What did you make of Odubajo anyway?
Okay. Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about this guy. Επειδή άκουγα διάφορα στο γήπεδο που τον κόσμο γύρω, ένα άδικο να πω οτιδήποτε για τον παίχτη αυτή τη στιγμή. Εμπαντός και κατέβηκε από το αεροπλάνο, επήραν το στον μπακάλικο και είπαν του εμπα μέσα να παίξεις μάπα. χωρίς να ξέρει πολλά πιθανόν τα ονόματα των συμπαιχτών του, τον τρόπο που εξαπλώνεται η ομάδα μέσα στο γήπεδο, τις δυνάμεις, τις αδυναμίες του κάθε συμπαίχτη του, όπως επίσης και το γεγονός ότι ερχόμενος από ένα πρωτάθλημα όπως η απραξία του πριν να έρθει στην Ομόνια στο Κυπριακό πρωτάθλημα, επειδή δεν έπαιξε και πολλά στην ΑΕΚ πριν να έρθει στην Ομόνια φέτος, και επίσης το γεγονός ότι ίσως το ότι ήρθε από την Ελλάδα σε εισαγωγικά ανώτερο πρωτάθλημα από το Κυπριακό να μπήκε και μέσα έτσι λίγο χαλαρός, λίγο loose, ότι έπαιξα στην Αγγλία, έπαιξα σε μεγάλα πρωταθλήματα, έπαιζα στην Ελλάδα με δυνατές ομάδες, Κύπρος, να μπώνε τώρα, ας πούμε, και μπήκε μέσα και είπε, ούψ, γαμώ το, επούτσισα την, ας πούμε, να μου γίνεται δάμε τώρα. Εν κάτι που δεν ξέρω τους συμπαίχτες μου, έχω και τον κάθε πελόν του Άρη να βρω να τον φτάσω και δεν τον φτάνω. Και ξέρουν να τριπλάρουν, και ξέρουν να πασάρουν, και εφόνται να κουντήσουν, και εφόνται να βάλουν το point τους. Και, okay, so I'm not going to pass judgment on Moses. I'm going to wait for him to part the Red Sea first.
Να πω εγώ για τον Ντουμπάντζο, εντάξει, δεν ήταν ιδανικό τεπούτο, εν τόν που είπε και ο Πέτρος έρχονταν από απραξία, και επίσης, ως μέχρι να μπει στην ομάδα, ίσως να μην περίμενε ούτε δύο να παίξει σήμερα, να το βάζεις στο 30 σε έναν τέρπι, και αριστερά, που είπαμε ότι μπορεί να παίξει.
Μπορεί να παίξει, αλλά είναι η θέση του.
Μπορεί να παίξει, αλλά εντάξει, να μπεις για πρώτη φορά χωρίς να το περιμένεις, ουσιαστικά αναγκαστική αλλαγή σε τέρπι. Ακόμη κι αν είναι πολλά εμπειρός ποδοσφαιριστής, έπαιξε πολλά χρόνια στην Αγγλία και στην Ελλάδα, έκαμε καλές χρονιές με τον Άρη, αλλά πάλι ήταν αρκετά δύσκολο για αυτό. Δηλαδή, να ήμουν πολλά έκπληκτος αν βλέπαμε έναν του Μπάντζο που τώρα να αναλούσαμε ήταν πολλά καλός τον του Μπάντζο. Εντάξει, ήταν μια ok προσπάθεια για πρώτη φορά, να δούμε στη συνέχεια, μπορείς να... Επειδή έβλεπα και εγώ σχόλια για τον παίχτη αρκετά. Εντάξει, ενώ είχαμε Κίτσον να μπαίνει ένας του Μπάντζο με αντίθετο πόδι, παίχτης που έπαιζε φέτος, είναι πολλά διαφορετικά.
Εσείς, Στέγιο?
Look, it wasn't the best of debuts, especially when he came on. He looked a little bit lost, but I put it down to rustiness. I don't think he's played many games this season.
I think 2 or 3.
Yeah. So he hasn't got that match sharpness. Okay, you could say he's not a left back. Okay, whatever. It is what it is. But as I said, it's difficult to go into a game like that where you're up against someone like Mayambella, who's one of the best wingers in the league. He was caught out of position a few times. He was a little bit flat-footed. Don't forget, he had Banayodu next to him. I don't know what the communication is like there. Semedo, he's never played alongside, so he probably doesn't know what to expect from Semedo from a defensive perspective. He was a little bit lost. I think the second half he improved. He looked a bit more confident on the ball. There was one moment where I think his contact lens fucked up. I don't know if you saw it. Yeah.
At the corner side.
Yeah, it was like the Uncle Mark II, although we didn't concede a goal. But he showed a bit more confidence on the ball. He looked a bit tidy. All right, he could have done better. In fact, he should have done better with the third goal that we conceded. I think he could have been stronger, and I'm a little bit disappointed by that because he's played in England where it's all rough and tumble. So he probably should have expected that. But okay, fine. You know, if we're going to be talking about players being good or bad because of their debut not being great, I seem to remember a certain French defender at Man United not having the best debut in the Manchester derby and ended up being one of the best left backs in the Premier League. So, you know, these things happen, and he's going to learn, of course. And I think also something that we wrote in the WhatsApp group, I don't think he expected that kind of intensity. You know, obviously the Greek league is a step up, so you'd expect him to think that it's going to be difficult, but perhaps he misunderstood the Cypriot league because it has improved. And when you come across a team like Aris, who, you know, before today, I thought that he'd still be in with a shout for the title because there was only a few points. I mean, they were level with Buffer before today. In fact, I think they still are, aren't they?
Ναι, αλλά η Πάφος έχει το παιχνίδι με το Αποέλ να παίξει ακόμα.
Oh, okay, fine. But whatever, you know. So before today, they still were still technically in with the shout. It's not mathematically impossible. They won't win it, but still mathematically possible. So again, I think the circumstances are different. If he's come on to play against, I don't know, Agrida, no disrespect, or Paralimni, and he plays a performance like that, then you could say, I don't know, mate, come on. But again, the circumstances are different. Perhaps he'll start in the next game. You never know. Might play in the next game at right back. Maybe Limassol needs a break. Huh?
Με τον Ακρίδα το επόμενο παιχνίδι.
Με τον Ήψονα. Αλλά...
Ναι, sorry.
Κράσαβα Ήψονας. Εντάξει, αν δεν αντιμετωπίζει κάτι πολλά σοβαρό ο Κίτσος, μπορεί να του δώσει φανέλα βασικού για να προσφέρεται το παιχνίδι, ενώ πρέπει να το δει σοβαρά, αλλά δεν μπορεί να βοηθήσει τον του Πάτσο, γιατί μετά είναι να χρειαστεί, μετά έχουμε κύπελλο, έχουμε ευρωπαϊκά. Ναι.
Ερώτηση, τώρα που ανάφερε, περίμενε, πριν να κάνω μια ερώτηση του Παντερή, αλλά πρώτα να συμπληρώσω κάτι του Στέλ, που είπε όσον αφορά το Moses για το δεύτερο ημίχρονο. Δεύτερο ημίχρονο μπορούσα να του δώσω παραπάνω σημασία, because he was in front of me, he was moving in front of me on my side. I saw that there was a lot more give and take conversation between him and Banayodu. So they were talking to each other all the
perhaps
time.
That was the message at half time from Berg. Perhaps he probably pulled Panda to one side and he said, "Listen, you know, you could tell he's a little bit rough around the edges at the moment. He's not sharp. You know, I need you to talk to him a bit more." So maybe that's the conversation that they had. Don't know. Never know.
Ο παίχτης χρειάζεται. No, he's not a judgment day today for him. No, not even close. No reason for that. Η ερώτηση μου για τον Παντελή. Ο Γκίτσος που ευκήγε έξω, μάθαμε τίποτε Παντελή μου, ή που τις δηλώσεις με τα είδος τραυματισμού ευκήγε.
Η αλήθεια έψαξα για να δω τις δηλώσεις του Μπέρκα, αλλά δεν είδα κάπου να πει για Γκίτσο. Έτσι λογικά αύριο να μας πούν, αλλά συνήθως ρωτούμε μετά για τραυματισμούς, μπορεί να τύχει να με ρωτήσουν σήμερα.
Πάντως ευκήγε με πατητός έξω κανονικά και πες τα αποδητήρια.
Εν νομίζω να είχε κάτι τόσο σοβαρό, παραπάνω προληπτικά, επειδή είχαμε και δύο γκολ διαφορά, αλλά εντάξει. Ναι.
Στο 2-0 που ευκήγε έξω, ναι.
Ή στο 2-0, στο 3-1, στο 3-1 νομίζω. Στο 30, κερδίσαμε 3-1.
Ήταν 3-1.
Και προτίμησε να προστατεύσει, γιατί αλήθεια και ο παίχτης έχει ένα παραπάνω λεπτά φέτος. Ο Μπέρκ μπορεί να τον είδε να έχει κάποιον πρόβλημα και είπε παρά να τον αφήκω και να τον χάσω, να δέρνουμε με 2 τέρματα διαφορά. Εντάξει. Ενώ και τον Πάντζο είναι και αστοιχείος παίχτης που έβαλε, λαλούμε, αλλά έβαλε έναν παίχτη που έχει πολλή εμπειρία.
Ναι.
Τώρα ψάχνω αν έχω δηλώσει, αν έχω δηλώσει για Κίτσο, αλλά δεν το είδα κάπου ούτε σε κανένα site αν είπαν κάτι για Κίτσο.
Η επόμενη μου ερώτηση που έχω για τους δυο σας για την επιστροφή Willy Semedo. Πώς τον είδατε σήμερα? Τελειώσετε με το μάτς? Είπετε τα...
Yeah.
Ερώτηση για τον Willy Semedo, πώς τον είδατε σήμερα? Περίμενε, πριν να προχωρήσω, εφοβούμουν ότι βλέποντας τον Moses πώς ήταν που την ώρα που μπήκε στο τέλος του πρώτου ημιχρόνου και έχοντας γίνει τη μείωση του σκορ με τον Άρη, εγώ και με φοήθηκα παραπάνω ότι λέω, τώρα ελπίζω να είδε τώρα ο προπονητής τους ότι έχει κάποια αδυναμία ο Moses προς το παρόν. Έχουν υπόψη τους ότι τώρα έρχεται στην Κύπρο και ευρέθηκε από μηχανίστιος να μπει μέσα να παίξει. Και λέω, ελπίζω να μην εκμεταλλευτεί ο Άρης που τούτη την άποψη. Και κατά συνέπεια να επηρεαστεί και ο Willy Semedo. Γιατί να προσπαθήσει να αλληλοκαλύψει ο ένας τον άλλον. Ή αν κάνει λάθη ο Moses να μην μπορεί να τροχοδοτηθεί ο Semedo για να προχωρήσει μπροστά με την μπάλα. Λαμβάνοντας υπόψη εκείνα που είπαμε για το Moses πριν λίγο, πώς είδατε το Willy σήμερα μετά την επιστροφή του από τον τραυματισμό του?
Εντάξει, σιγά σιγά δεν έχει πολύ καιρό που λείπει, νομίζω 2 εβδομάδες, 3.
Ναι, 2 εβδομάδες.
Εντάξει, μπορεί να μην ήταν το καλύτερο παιχνίδι, αλλά πάλι ήταν επιδραστικό, σε βοήθησε. Έτσι, εν τούτο που είπες με τον του Μπάντζο, που είχαν κάποια θέματα εντωμεταξύ, νομίζω που την αριστερή μας πλευρά, που μας έκαναν τα παραπάνω προβλήματα, τα πρώτα λεπτά. Νομίζω με το που μπήκε τον Μπάντζο, εν τούτο που λαλείς, μπορεί συνεννοείται με τον Παναγιώτη στο δεύτερο μήχρονο, νομίζω προσπάθαν να τα βρει και με το Σεμέδο το πρώτο. Το δεύτερο, γιατί και αν πρόσεχα τόσο, αν είχαν κάποια επικοινωνία και το πώς αναπτύσσομασταν, αλλά το πρώτο νομίζω μόλις μπήκε του Πάντζο ήταν κάπως και γύρως, αν είμαι λίγο πιο προσεκτικός, προσπάθαν να τα ευρύ με τον του Πάντζο παραπάνω. Εντάξει, για έναν παιχνίδι ήταν οκ για το Σεμέδο, έτσι θεωρώ. Παίχτης...
Δεν ήταν κακό,
ναι.
Λαμβάνοντας υπόψη ότι έχετε πίσω από τραυματισμό. Εσείς
Look, I think from what I remember, Ari only had one real opportunity when they attacked us down our left in the second half, and that was when they got a ball in the box and Gomis headed it and Fabi saved it. That's the only time I can remember them doing anything down our left-hand side. Now, again, if you go to, once again, the Patreon, when I talk about our opponents pre-game, I'll repeat what I said earlier. Correa is the main guy for them down the left-hand side. They very rarely attack down the right. And when they do, you do see the double up on the right-hand side, but I can't remember how often Kalulu got forward, apart from crossing the ball for the goal. And even that was from deep. It wasn't like he got to the byline and pulled it back. Most of their attacks go from the left-hand side. So the time that they did get us down our left, their right, okay, they got the ball in the box, but Fabi dealt with it. So I don't know whether it was a game plan for us to try and force them down our left because the threat was on their left. I don't know. But in terms of the relationship between Semedo and Odubanjo, I didn't really see much happening because I don't remember the ball going down our left-hand side much. You know, and even when Hagiovanni came on, even then it was mostly. Well, listen, look. I don't want to be a hypocrite here, yeah, and pull players and say to you not to pull players apart because I've done it a lot, okay. But I still think there's a player in this lad. I really do.
Okay,
I really do. You know,
I think if he's at 100% what he can give. It can be like a Tankovic, what Tankovic is to us today.
Wow.
He can give that. Yeah,
do you think he's better on the left or on the right though?
Ποιος?
Hagiovanni.
I think he's better on the left or even as a number 10 maybe, but mostly on the left, on the wing.
Δεκάρι Μαντελή μου έμπροκειται να το δούμε το Hagiovanni στην Ομόνια. Έχει chance.
It's down to the system as well, because Semedo is not. He doesn't play as a traditional winger. He isn't a traditional winger anyway. Okay. When I see traditional winger, I think Mayambella gets the ball, head down, run towards the byline, pull it back, or bring it inside. But what Semedo does, notice this season, he doesn't stay on the touchline like he did in previous seasons. He'll be off the ball, but he'll make these diagonal runs to go in behind as a 3 striker with Tankovic, Maya, and himself. So effectively, we've got 3 in the box when the ball goes out wide because he's made that diagonal run. Haji Fasili isn't that kind of player, right? He is your traditional winger. He is the guy that gets his head down and tries to beat 2 or 3 players. Yes, he's tried to do it a lot this season and he's failed, right? But what I admire about him is that he doesn't compromise himself, right? Yes, he's going to try and do a job that he's asked to do, but he's going to play to his strengths. It's not working out, but let's get it right. Look at Masura last season. He wasn't great at all. Ekatem Bungo for how long, right?
Yeah.
So perhaps he's like one of these players that maybe he needs a season. Maybe Hagi Giovanni needs a season to. These things happen. Some players hit the ground running straight away, like Mmaaaaad. Some players, they need time. And I repeat what I told you guys weeks ago. He hasn't had a consistent run of games. He hasn't. Because he can't. Because fucking Semedo's there. And I'm not complaining. He's got 11 goals this season, Semedo. So how can you displace him?
And the goal Semedo, the Gatria, Mmaaaaad.
I want to see Hagi Giovanni on the right-hand side with Masura. Okay, I know Gitso is Greek as well, obviously. But maybe Masura, that's got more experience than Gitso, maybe it will work out. I don't know. Can Hagi Giovanni do the defensive work? I think he can. But the thing is, when you've got Evandro in the team, even though Evandro isn't a right winger, again, Evandro will get the ball and he'll bring it inside in the central area. And he'll do that quarterback role. He'll play those balls over the top like what he did with Mmaaaaad. So, again, are you going to change your system to accommodate one player to see if you can get the best out of him? No, it's down to the player to put in the work. I think there's a player there. Personally, I think, my opinion.
Me too. I think before I said that he's best on the left side, but one of his best games against Lausanne, it was on the right side, if I'm not mistaken. That the games. I mean, he had more bad games than good games, but games like Lausanne showed what he can give. I mean, he can dribble, he can even finish, if you ask me, and he has really good delivery, long ball delivery, crosses into the box. He can give a lot to Omonoia. I think he can be a Tankovic level player to us if he's at 100%. That's what I'm saying. He can give a lot and help us.
Yeah, bro, I think the other thing is the majority of this squad, in fact, I think all of them, they're able to play in different systems. And by that, I mean, if we want to play a counter-attacking system, we've got the players that can do that role. If we want to play a system where we're going to be on the front foot attacking, we've got those players. And I think Hagi Giovanni is that kind of player. He can do that attacking system where he's going to be expected to take on one or two players or just get the ball in the box or make those runs. I mean, look at the goal he scored against Krasava. He timed his run to perfection between the central defender and the fullback because he's made that diagonal run. He's made that arching run and the ball was played to him. And he had a split second to think about it. If we want to play a counter-attacking system like Bandeli said against Lausanne, where we're getting bodies behind the ball and try to hit them on the counter, he can do that as well. But he needs that run of games. You know, we've got Andreo as well. I mean, I don't know if he's going to sign permanently. I'd love to see him sign permanently, but he's another one of those players. He can play that attack-minded system, but he's probably more effective from a counter-attacking perspective because he's got the energy. So for once, I think we've got this nucleus of players that are able to fit into certain systems at a specific moment of a game, whether you're chasing the game or you want to close the game out. But again, today, it didn't seem to work out, but he was playing on the left with a guy that just made his debut that isn't even a left back. Yeah. So again, it's very easy to be critical because of what you see. But when you take a step out and try not to isolate certain moments, you got to think of various factors that contribute to a player's performance. Again, I'm not making excuses for him, but I'm just being realistic.
Oh, yeah.
Ναι, συμφωνώ με το Χατζη Γιωβάνι, αλλά εντάξει, από τη στιγμή που τον βλέπεις, πολλοί λαλούν και για το fitness του, ειδικά στο δεύτερο μάτς με την ανορθώση. Πάντως προσπαθεί όπου ξέρω, απλά είναι του φκέννητος. Νομίζω ως τώρα, τούτο που είπαμε, ότι τόσους μήνες που είναι στην Ομόνια, απλά είναι του φκέννη. Προσπαθεί, δεν είναι το ότι είναι προσπαθεί, ούτε το ότι έχει την ποιότητα. Απλά είναι του φκεί μπρος το πάρω. Μπορεί στο μέλλον να του φκεί.
I'm going to make a prediction now. Remember when I said, Pedro, before the cup final against AEL, that I said that Bezos is going to play a big role in the cup final? Yeah? No. I'm telling you, in the playoffs, this guy is going to be key. I'm telling you.
Okay. Call
it from now, 25th of January, 2026. Mark it down in your calendars.
Να το σημειώσουμε. Να
Right, Pedro, get the comments up. Get the comments
να κάνω
up.
μια τελευταία ερώτηση. Πώς είδατε την ομάδα ύστερα από τις τελευταίες 3 αλλαγές που έγιναν? Άρα μιλούμε για τις αλλαγές του νεοφύτου, Γιώβε και... Μάριτς.
Έγιναν 3, εννοείς τις 3 που έγιναν μαζί ή τις...
Ναι, τις 3 που έγιναν μαζί και το παιχνίδι που είχαμε και πέρα. Ήταν κοντά στο 75 λεπτό.
Ναι. 3 που έγιναν μαζί ήταν Γιώβετης, Χατζιωβάνης, νεοφύτου, νομίζω. Ναι. Μάριτς ήταν πιο μετά, νομίζω ήταν καθαρά απλά για να κάνει Mmaaaaad σε μέδο, για να τους χειροκροτήσουν και για να μην παίξουν 90 λεπτών ίσως και να δώσει λεπτά σε νεοφύτου που δεν του δίνει πολλά τελευταία και του Χατζιωβάνη και ο Γιώβετης που η αλήθεια κάνει το πολλά ειδική μεταχείριση φέτος επειδή φαίνεται ο ένας χρόνος που πέρσι νομίζω ήταν τούτη η λογική του. Να βάλω νεοφύτου, είχαμε 3 γκολ διαφορά την ώρα. Να βάλω νεοφύτου Χατζιωβάνη να πιάνει λεπτά γιατί εγώ πιστεύω μπορεί να τους χρησιμοποιήσει με τον Ήψονα έτσι ώστε να είναι ο Χατζιωβάνη και νεοφύτου ίσως τους δούμε και βασικούς για να επειδή μετά έχουμε ΑΕΛ και Πάφο την ίδια εβδομάδα έχουμε 3 μάτς σε μια εβδομάδα ίσως δώσει χρόνο σε νεοφύτου και Χατζιωβάνη στις γίνει το μάτς με την Κράσαβα και μετά να δούμε ξανά σε με το Mmaaaaad στα 2 ταντέρ.
Την απόδοση τους ήταν στην είδατε που εμπήκα στην
μέσα. Εντάξει, ο νεοφύτου επάλεψε ο Γιώβετης συνηθισμένα, ο Γιώβετης ήταν και σε μια φάση του παιχνίδι που προσπάθαν ο Άρης, εμείς ήμασταν κάπως πιο low, είχαμε 3 τέρματα διαφορά και ο Χατζιωβάνης επάλεψε το, είπαμε και πριν για τον Μπάτσο δύσκολο να παίζεις με ένα παίχτη που τώρα ήρθε χωρίς να το ξέρεις, παίζεις και σε θέση που έμπολο παίζει. Η αλήθεια και εγώ τα τελευταία λεπτά δεν μπορώ να σου δώσω πλήρη εικόνα. Το τελευταίο 10 λεπτό επειδή έκανα ο μάτς προσπάθω να δικαιώσω. Αλλά νομίζω που άκουα περισσότερο ο νεοφύτου προσπάθα. Ο Χατζιωβάνης είπαμε ότι και εκείνος είχε μια προσπάθεια να τα έπαιρνε με τον Μπάντζο και ο Γιώβετης έπρεπε να πάρει λεπτά. Δεν μπορούσε να μην το χρησιμοποιήσει καθόλου γι' αυτό.
Φάνηκε σας ότι ο Γιώβετης ήταν κάπως, να το πω, τεντωμένα τα νεύρα του σε εκείνον το 15 λεπτό που έπαιξε. Σαν να και πολλό νευρίαζε, έτσι, σαν να μου φανήκε να θέλει να βγάλει λίγα νεύρα ή ήταν η λαθασμένη μου εντύπωση από το γήπεδο.
Εγώ δεν το είδα, δεν ξέρω Στέλλα. Αν έγινε κάτι έτσι δεν το είδα, αν έγινε όντως.
I think he was getting frustrated because he felt we could get more goals. And I think that's simply because Humble went off, they brought in another forward. Borhan was the only guy protecting the back line, and he had the beating of him, no problem. Jovetic had the potential to have so much space when we were getting forward, and there were moments where he wasn't played in, or I just think, again, you've got a player here that has got, so much ability. He's a big game player. We know this. You don't need me to tell you about Jovetic. And the fact that he's on the bench, it's his ego. He doesn't. It's standard. If he came on the pitch and he didn't give a shit, that's when you're going to be bothered. Do you get what I'm saying? That's when you're going to be saying, well, what the fuck is wrong with him? Like, why is he not giving a shit? But the fact that he wants the ball, the fact that he wants to be involved, the fact that he wants to urge the team on to get another one, get a 6th goal, get a 7th goal, put this game to bed and make an even bigger statement. That's just the winning mentality that he has, And we've been saying this for a long time. You need leaders in the team. All right, he complains, but no one talks about Bruno Fernandes being a miserable so-and-so, but he played a big game today. Sorry, Bandelimo. It's just these things happen. These things happen. And, you asked about the substitutions. Like, you need to preserve the players. We had Gitso going off injured. That's another injury. So there's Aguzul on the medical table. Fucking Gitso potentially now. And we don't want our players to be dropping like flies. I mean, right now, Buffer, I've got an injury list as long as an elephant's dick,
So,
Well, I just think it's fitness and stamina and fatigue now. You know, they look very, very tired. Especially the first half an hour against Ajax, to be honest. All right, the game, as the game progressed, they upped the gear and they made their substitutions. But you know, players like Dragomir that's played a lot of games, Bruno has played a lot of games, and you could tell they're not the same as what they were maybe 2 or 3 months ago. And again, that could be because they got a new coach and he's playing a different system. He's going with a 4-3-3 now. They're less compact than what they were under Carcedo, and they're conceding silly goals. And don't forget, Pedro, when you're the champions and you're dropping points left, right, and center, and you're dropping points in games where you should be winning, like for example, Olympiaco the other week. No disrespect to Olympiaco, but you'd expect Buffalo to win that game, even with a Champions League game around the corner against Aradipo. You know, the goalkeeper fucks up his goal kick, and Aradipo put the shot wide in the 88th minute. You know, that goes in the back of the net. You drop points again. So it's psychological as well. And yes, granted, they're still in with a shout because 8 points is still nothing at this stage. Let's not get it twisted. 8 points is still nothing. If they beat the Skada, then it's going to be down to 5 points. Yeah? So it's still 5 points is nothing at this stage. But when you're dropping points and you see the team above you winning games and winning games like this, in their heads, they're probably thinking, fuck, when are these lot going to drop points? We won 6 in a row now. Yeah. So again, it's not just the physical element; it's the mental element. Their coach, I don't know what that coach said at full time in his statement to the press. I don't know, but no disrespect to Celades because he's won everything there is to win. As a player, he was sensational. Don't get me wrong, but when you look at him and you look at Carcedo on the touchline, 2 different characters. Carcedo and Berg are very similar. They're coaching while they're on the touchline. This guy, I mean, I don't see him being loud, vocal. I don't know what he's like behind the scenes. I don't know. So I'm just going by what I've seen. But it just doesn't seem right for them. It just doesn't seem right. So again, all of these things take into consideration, right? It's put us in a very, very good position. Only Omonia can fuck it up now. That's the way I see it.
Okay.
Same with Arsenal. And they keep getting it in. Yeah, we haven't beaten Arsenal in 8 years at the Emirates, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, we were title contenders in the past 3 or 4 years, but we already won. We always won against Manchester United, and I think this year, when we need to keep at least 7 points clear, we were beaten. Okay, but it's a really good Manchester United side. I watched them last week. I said I didn't watch them this week, but against us today, I watched beats there and there. So, yeah.
There you go. Be friends. We could be friends. Right, have you done with your questions?
Yes, I'm done.
Fucking the Spanish Inquisition here, shining a light in my eyes.
You kicked me off the pot today.
Where were you on the night of the 25th?
You kicked me off. Pandelis came on.
You off.
So I had to be the one asking the questions. Usually it's this fucking guy doing the questions. So we switched roles today.
Bro, what? You're talking in wingdings right now. You went to the fucking game. When are you going to come on the pod?
I'm talking
wingdings. Like typing Times New Roman and changing it to wingdings. I know what the fuck he's talking about.
Like I said, yo sé. Να βγάλω μηνύματα. Κούλι. Μπαν. Τέλος. Yannis, tonight was a statement. Yes, we had I wanted the Buffalo's game to end in a draw, but it's okay. No worries. Today we showed that we don't need other teams to draw points for us to win the title. We can do it ourselves. It's τα πόθηκια μας. Είπαμε το που έχει καιρό που το λαλούμε, Γιάννη μου, νομίζω ότι τα παιχνίδια που την Ομόνια μου εξαρτούνται και εμένα το στάνταρ μου παραμένει. Κανένα από τις μεγάλες ομάδες τούτες δεν τις φόμε, την Ομόνια φόμε την μόνο με τις μικρές ομάδες.
Pedro, by the way, do you know who got sent off today?
Who?
Loopy Lou.
He got what? Ma
Got
potere.
sent off as well. Got sent off.
Pote.
It was before half time.
Δεν είδαμε τίποτε, ρε. What the hell? When? What the?
Must have been in the tunnel. Something must have happened in the tunnel.
Okay.
Something must have happened in the tunnel.
Something must have happened in the tunnel.
I think it was right before our fourth goal, or just before halftime, just before, not in the tunnel. And when we scored the fourth, I think I heard the announcer say that Lungridis got the red card.
I'm going to VAR it. I'm going to VAR it.
Θεοφάνη, ευχαριστούμε για το membership. Γεια σου όλοι, μαγευτήκαμε, σωστό, καλό. Σάιμον, εντυπωσιακό πρωτάθλημα, 5 ομάδες να αγωνίζονται για τη δεύτερη θέση. Βασικά είναι 4 ομάδες που αγωνίζονται για τη δεύτερη θέση, ρε φίλε. 4. Πιάτε το. 4 ομάδες για τη δεύτερη θέση. Ναι. I did it my way. Ο Ανδρέας, ρε Ανδρικό. Match review. Yeah. Νικόδημος. Γεια σου Νικόδημε μου. Αυτή η νίκη είναι statement. Μάλιστα, σίγουρα. Ο Κωνσταντίνος. Μαέτον τούτο ρε. Μαέτον ρε. Μαέτον κατάσταση ρε. Βάλε 4. Jokes aside, our defense was a bit shaky today. Let's hope it was a bad day for them. Επειδή αν δεν ήταν αποτελεσματικός ο ΜΑΕ σήμερα, είχαμε διαφορετική συζήτηση. Φαντάζομαι μιλήσετε πριν τα πράγματα εσείς οι δυο, επομένως έτσι θα μπω μέσα στο κουβέντα τούτη. Ο Μάριος. Γεια σου Μάριε μου. Great performance overall. Good thing that we had foreign refs at the VAR. If not, we wouldn't get the game. Great team, great coach, but the refs are a huge issue. Άκουσα το Στέλ σε μια φάση ότι μίλα για τη διαιτησία μαζί με τον Παντελήν, επομένως είπε τέτα. Επέλανε μας ο ΜΑΕ σήμερα, για τον Ανδρέα. Μα μηνύματα που βγάλουμε σήμερα, μα μηνύματα. Ο Ραφαέλ για τον ΜΑΕ, ΜΑΕ on fire. Okay. Mayabella got a taste from the team who will be playing next season. Okay. Μιλήσετε καθόλου για το θέμα?
Όχι. Αλλά εντάξει. Αφού ακόμα είναι υπογράψει, απλά νομίζω εγώ δεν υπάρχει κάτι. Δεν είναι κάτι τη στιγμή που μιλήσαμε με Μαγιαμπέλα στο πούμε για το καλοκαίρι. Είναι μια φήμη. Δεν ξέρω αν έχει κάτι, απλά δεν υπάρχει κάτι που να φτιάξει όντως που την Ομονία για το πράγμα. Ούτε ότι έγινε συζήτηση με τον Μπέ.
Comments για τον Moses, θείο μου έκαναμε τον Απριλίον. Ο Γκούλης, amazing performance, but those back post bro, pain in the butt. Ναι, είπε δέτα, για τα, ναι. Ανδρέα μου, πρέπει να τα άκουσες πριν λίγο, έκανα και εγώ την ίδια ερώτηση. Κανένα νέο, να τα μάθουμε φαντάζομαι αύριο. Advanced tactics, champions tactics, δηλαδή ο Γκουλής. Έλα Στέλλα, για σένα το.
Hold on. Who do you think stood out in this game? Well, the obvious one is Mmaaaaad for getting 4 goals. I'll tell you who had a really good game that impressed me, which shouldn't really be a surprise, but Aiting. Okay. I think he had a very good game in the middle of the park. I think he was very, very comfortable on the ball, very rarely panicked. There were moments where you know, he just did the basics. Just get rid of the ball, smash it long if you have to. Just, you know, take the sting out of the game. But again, that it comes with experience, you know. And you're talking about a player that's played at a very, very high level. He knows how to manage a game. And again, I think the good thing about this is he got taken off, didn't he? Because Marriage came on. Yeah. Once again, like this is Berg's game management, knowing that this lad cannot play every single minute of every single game. He's had that injury that ruled him out for a few weeks. I think Berg is playing it safe, which again, you're 5-3 up or 5-2 up, whatever it is. You know, take this thing out of the game, bring on a holding midfielder that can win the ball back, and let's get it right. That pitch was fucking horrible. It was horrible. Do you see Fabi go down? Like when he slipped? I thought he did his ACL, man, the way he went down. Honestly, very, very dangerous.
Παντελή, για σένα.
Εντάξει, ο Βιρτσόης Ομαέ. Και εγώ είναι να λέω το κέντρο. Και ο Ανδρέου και ο Άιτινγκ αρέσα που μου σήμερα. Νομίζω άλλοι λόγοι συμπληρώνονται. Ο ένας κρατά τον ρυθμό, ο άλλος τρέχει. Ο Άιτινγκ είναι μια ήρεμη δύναμη. Που εν ξεχωρεί, ας πούμε, να δεις ένα μάτς, εν ξεχωρίζει σε έναν παίκτη για εκείνα που κάνει. Θα μπορεί να με το πιάσεις κάθε μάτς, μπορεί, αλλά που έλειπε, φάνηκε ότι έλειπε. Τώρα που επέστρεψε, φαίνεται σε έτσι βαθμό, αλλά καταλάβεις ότι η ομάδα είναι πολλά βελτιωμένη. Διά τον ρυθμό που χρειάζεται. Οπότε είμαι μεταξύ Νάιτιν και Ανδρέου και εγώ.
Για μένα θα πω στον Οβιούς που να ψηφίσουν όλοι για το ΜΑΕ, εγώ να πω στον Τότι. Για μένα, αν και άκουσα κάποια σχόλια ότι δεν ήταν καλός ο Τότης σήμερα, απολογούμε, αλλά αυτή για μένα είναι μια τελείως λάθος τοποθέτηση ότι ο Τότης δεν ήταν καλός σήμερα. Για μένα ο Τότης έκαμε πάρα πολύ βρώμικη δουλειά μέσα στο κέντρο σήμερα. Στον αγώνα που έβλεπα εγώ και δεν μπορώ να συμφωνήσω ότι δεν ήταν καλός ο Τότης σήμερα. Μπορεί να μην ήταν το ανώτερο, καλύτερο του παιχνίδι και λέω το τούτο γιατί η μπάλα δεν περνούσε και συνέχεια τόσο από τα πόθηκια του, γιατί δεν ευκαμυράσαμε παιχνίδι, να το πω έτσι σήμερα. Δεν παίξαμε παιχνίδι από το κέντρο πάρα πολλά, ήταν από τα πλάγια, άλλες πάσες, να βγούμε μπροστά, σέντρες, δεν ήταν παιχνίδι του κέντρου περισσότερο. Αλλά και όταν χρειάστηκε ο Τότης μαζί με τον Άιτινγκ σίγουρα στο κέντρο του γηπέδου, ο Τότης νομίζω έκαμε παραπάνω βρωμική δουλειά. Ο Τότης έκαμε παραπάνω βρωμική δουλειά από τον Άιτινγκ. Ο Άιτινγκ πρόσφερε την ηρεμία στο κέντρο που χρειάζεται που δεν την είχε ο Τότης, γιατί έκαμε τη βρωμοδουλειά, να το πω έτσι. Best defense in attack played the second best defense in attack. I think it was natural for this. Δεύτερον, στο Patreon ήταν η κουβέντα που ελάλες ότι έκαμε στο λάθος που νόμιζες ότι ο Άρης είχε φάει τόσα πολλά τέρματα και όμως ήταν στα 12, μόνο 2 τέρματα διάφορα από την Ομόνια. Ναι. Και σήμερα εταΐσαμε τους 5, αλλά βέβαια τέσαμε και γίνει 3. Οκ. Τα 3 ήταν πολλά για μένα, για να σου πω αλήθεια. Ως τα 2 ήταν ok.
But with the exception of today, with the exception of the game at the Ghazi B, was the last time we had like a 0-0 draw against them? I can't remember. I mean, there's always like 3-3 from last season, beaten 3-0, there's 2-2s. There's always goals in these games. Always.
Ναι. Νομίζω για να βρεις έτσι ψηλό σκορ πρέπει να πάει στη δεκαετία του 80 για να βρεις έτσι ψηλό σκορ μεταξύ Ομόνιας και Άρη.
If I'm not mistaken, last season maybe we had an in-the-on draw against Aris, January, something like that, at home. I'm not sure. No,
Maybe.
Look how they celebrate after the third goal when the ref went to the VAR and gives a goal. That says a lot about how they are enjoying playing. Κωνσταντίνο μου, εν το τρίτο που ήταν ο ξαοτέταρτο ρε step που ήταν.
Is he talking about this?
Το αριστερό της στέλνει στα δίχτυα, Άρης Ομόνια 2-4.
that what he's talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the goal that fucking hell, Gotcha's already made the gif out of it. I've done it already. I was gonna put it in there. He beat me to it. In the Discord. Sorry. We got a Discord, by the way, boys and girls.
Ναι. Έχουμε και Discord, έχουμε και Facebook group, έχουμε και Patreon, και ο Παντερής έχει το δικό του YouTube, όλα τα links να τα βρείτε μέσα στο description. Don't forget to like and sub. The fourth, when they run to our fans. Κωνσταντίνο μου, τούτον είναι το shot που έκαναμε post που το γήπεδο, οι πανηγυρισμοί των παιχτών μετά την επικύρωση του τέταρτου τέρματος που το VAR και πόσο εφάνηκε από τους παίχτες ότι εθέλαν το παιχνίδι, εθέλαν την νίκη. Ο τρόπος που ενώ ήδη οι παίχτες ήταν πολλά μακριά, ήταν στο κέντρο του γήπεδου σχεδόν, με την επικύρωση του τέρματος ευουρήσαν όλοι που τον πρώτον ως τον τελευταίο μπροστά από τους φίλους της Ομόνιας που ήμασταν στο Μακάλικο και πανηγυρίσαν το. Μπορώ να πω το τέταρτο τέρμα ήταν οι πιο έντονοι πανηγυρισμοί που τα πέντε που σκόρανε η ομάδα μας σήμερα. Δεν ξέρω αν συμφωνείτε και εσείς μαζί μου.
Όχι, και εγώ παρατηρήσα το που είναι τηλεόραση. Ότι στο τέταρτο και από πλευράς παιχτών που κόσμο με τον ήχο, αλλά από πλευράς παιχτών το τέταρτο μόλις το επικύρωσε ήταν νομίζω πιο ξεπραίοι πανηγυρισμοί. Το πρώτο και το τέταρτο.
Ναι. Το πρώτο λογικό.
Ναι.
Δεύτερο λεπτό σκοράρεις μες στον Μπακάλικο, εννοείται να πανηγυρίσεις, είσαι πρώτος. Μετά τελειώνει η ψυχρολογία στο 3-1, αλλά το τέταρτο ήταν που σαν να λέει «Γάμω τη ράτσα μου, να σας προσπάσουμε ρε».
That fourth goal was really, really important because we go 2-0 up, they get one back. Yeah? We go 3-1 up, they get another one back. We go 4-2 up, and they're probably thinking, fuck's sake, like, we get ourselves back in the game twice, and they go and get another one.
Yeah.
Again,
and another one.
It's all
and
up
another
here,
one.
man. It's all up here. And that's the fundamental difference between this Omonia and the other Omonia since 2021. Because this Omonia has got a completely different mentality. Completely different. They don't know when they're beaten. There's a difference. It's the same in 2021. Remember that game against, was it AL, when we were a goal down, then Botia equalised, and then Johnny scored that winner. They just didn't know when they were beaten. It's the same with this one. Same thing.
Giancarlo, γεια σου ρε Καράολε. Performances like that are making a statement. We want it and we're going to get it. And the story, amazing performance. Good evening, boys. Γεια σου ρε Γιάννουι μου. Is a bad man. Bad boy. No dinner for you tonight, Mai.
He's a madman.
That's the second away win. Two more away derbies. Επίσης σημαντικό το που είπε ο Κούλης τώρα. Να μην ξεχνούμε ότι τώρα το δεύτερο γύρο, τα πλήστα που τα ντέρπι έχουμε τα εκτός έδρας και το μοναδικό ντέρπι που έμεινε home για φέτος, που αν με ρωτάτε καλύτερο timing ένεση με τον Απόλλωνα. Γιατί αυτή τη στιγμή για μένα το καλύτερο πράγμα είναι ότι παίζω τον Απόλλωνα όσο πιο μακριά που τώρα γίνεται. Όσο πιο μακριά που τώρα γίνεται, γιατί ο Απόλλωνας αυτή τη στιγμή είναι σε τρομερή φόρμα και έχει τα πάνω του. Είναι η μόνη ομάδα μαζί με την Ομόνια που έχει 6 συνεχόμενες νίκες. Με τη διαφορά όμως ότι ο Απόλλωνας πιστεύω έχει ακόμα κι άλλα να δώσει επειδή έκαμε μια κακή αρχή και να τον κυνηγήσει για ακόμα περισσότερους βαθμούς ο Απόλλωνας. Να κάνει την προσπάθεια του Απόλλωνας. Να μην ξεχνούμε ότι τώρα από τη δεύτερη θέση που είναι οι 40 βαθμοί μέχρι την πέμπτη εκτιμπών ο Απόλλωνας είναι 36. 4 βαθμούς διαφορά μεταξύ του δεύτερου και του πέμπτου. Επομένως, σίγουρα ο Απόλλωνας για μένα αυτή τη στιγμή είναι η ομάδα μετά την Ομόνια που παίζει το καλύτερο ποδόσφαιρο. αν πιάσω τα τελευταία και 3 παιχνίδια, ναι, μπορώ να πω ότι ο Απόλλωνας ίσως να παίζει και κάπως καλύτερα από την Ομόνια. Αλλά εντάξει, ξέρουμε, η ομάδα μας έχει πολλά παραπάνω παιχνίδια. Και το σημαντικό παίρνουμε τις νίκες στα away παιχνίδια. Στα ντέρπι τα away. Πράγμα πολλά σημαντικό για μένα. Εσείς τι νομίζετε?
Sorry, I was sending a message. What was your question? Sorry, I'm working on something.
Καλά, ένα ακούες?
No, I switched off.
Μάλακα, είσαι γάδαρος,
I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to multitask here. What can I tell you?
Είσαι γάδαρος. Πες μου εσύ την άποψη σου, ρε Παντελή μου.
You just talk and talk and talk.
Συμφωνώ με τούτο, γιατί και εγώ βλέπω το πρόγραμμα, το ότι είναι καλό το ότι τους παίζουμε εντός τώρα, αφού έχουν τη φόρμα. Τώρα, εννοώ σε ένα μήνα πότε τους παίζουμε. Αλλά εντάξει, ήταν το αντίθετο τον πρώτο γύρο, γιατί ενώ δεν ήταν τόσο καλή, παίζαμε τους στην έδρα τους. Οπότε χάσαμε το. Εντάξει, τώρα είναι θετικό ότι, όπως είπες, παίζουμε τους εντός, σε μια φάση που είναι ούτε ακριβώς τώρα, γιατί τώρα έχουν πολλά το momentum. Με τις 6 νίκες και πιστεύουν το πολλά, πίστεψαν το πολλά και εκείνοι ότι μπορούν μέχρι η δεύτερη θέση και κάτι παραπάνω. Εντάξει, η αλήθεια πίστευκαν από όλο να πω καλό και είναι εγώ ότι μπορούσε να ήταν τόσο, όχι τόσο καλός. Επειδή περίμενα τον να είμαι τρίτος, τετάρτος, τελικά δεν τα καταφέρε. Με την αλλαγή τώρα φάνηκε ότι επειδή πιάνουν πολλούς καλούς παίχτες, εντάξει, η ερώτηση σου ήταν πόσο θετικό είναι που δέρνουμε τα εκτός έδρας.
Ναι, ναι.
Εντάξει, άκρος. Εννοώ και το παιχνίδι με την ΑΕΛ και τούτο, ενώ που φάση τέρπι, σήμερα πήγες τα πιο καλά παρά με την ΑΕΛ, αλλά δείχνει η ομάδα ότι είναι επηρεάζεται, ενώ ούτε θυμούμε εκτός έδρας τέρπι πέρα από τον Απόλλωνα που χάσαμε, που η Ομονία να μην ήταν οκ. Ενώ το παιχνίδι με τον Απόλλωνα ήταν πατειά τεόφης, τίποτε δεν έπαιρνε καλά.
Ναι.
Αλλά έχουμε άλλο παιχνίδι που έστω να με παλέψεις για κάτι. Όπως με ο εθνικό έτσι, όταν άλλα ήταν πλήρες rotation. Αλλά τα άλλα παιχνίδια ήσουν αρκετά οκ. Αμέσως που μπορεί να έκαμε και κάποια καλύτερα παιχνίδια εκτός που το Κάσπι. Για παράδειγμα, παρά με την ανόρθωση, σήμερα παίξες πιο καλά. Ναι. Και με την ανόρθωση στο PAP, πάλι κέρδισες 5-0. Είχε κάποια πολλά καλά παιχνίδια εκτός. Και με την Κράσαβα έμεινες πίσω και γύρισες το. Είναι τούτο αυτό.
Ο Γιάννης για το VAR, ότι δεν μπορούσαμε να χάσουμε το παιχνίδι. Το γεγονός ότι το VAR έσωσε μας για 2 γκολ έξω πραγματικών. How did we play football before this? Εντάξει. He makes the move to the third, that's why they gave the penalty. Εντάξει, για πράγματα που μιλούσατε πριν. Slow reactions on deep corners. The man from Ag is no good at all. Με ανακέψεις. Είπαμε τα για τον Moses. KWS, that's for you still.
No. Stop. Okay? Because I'm not having this. Okay? I didn't say it was going to be boring. I said I hope it wasn't going to be boring. There's a difference. I will go back and I'll find that as well. Don't worry. Behave yourself. I love how the Duris slander is still real with you guys. You should be ashamed of yourselves, honestly.
I think Duris is doing a really good job. I think this season he scores a lot of goals, if I'm not mistaken. Like it stumbled upon me maybe like a month ago. I've seen he's in the top scorers. I don't know if that's true, but I think like a post from the league in Slovakia, I think he was doing pretty well.
Yeah, Dora, you're going to get people saying, oh, why did he do it for us?
Players from both teams also helped the ref about letting the game flow by not playing aggressively. It was two teams that they were focused in their own game. Μπορεί να πεις τούτο, εμείς νικήσαμε πάντως. Unless he's, I guess, violent or meant to touch the ball with the hand. I guess it's about the penalty. Yes. Might θα είναι ωραία. Πέπτουν goal class. Dango just number 10 gives something else. A comment about Hambos. Yes, θα κάνουμε σχόλια για το Hambo.
Απλά σε ρωτήσω, Πέτρο, επειδή είδα βίντεο που site. Και δεν ξέρω αν την προσωπεύαν την αλήθεια. Έγινε κάτι έξω από γήπεδο, ας πούμε. Και απλά υπήρχε κάτι. Όχι να μας πεις τι έγινε, απλά αν υπήρχε κάτι όχι.
Εγώ προσωπικά δεν είδα έξω από το γήπεδο προσωπικά, αλλά επίσης προσωπικά ήρθε άτομο υπερβολικά έμπιστο, να σου πω ύστερα ποιος, γνωστών ατόμων, όχι απλά σε μένα, σε όλη την Κύπρο. Και είπε μου κάποια πράγματα που έγιναν στο γήπεδο. Και το τελευταίο κομμάτι πιστεύω ήταν τα επακόλουθα του τι προηγηθήκαν πιο πριν. Επομένως πιστεύω ότι έγινε, ναι.
Απλά για να δω αν τα εφουσκώσαν τα μύτια ή αν υπήρχε κάτι όντως γι' αυτό σε.
Ναι. Το είναι το καλύτερο μηνύμα τα ρε.
Come on.
Πιστεύετε ότι ο Μιχαγιός. Ρε Μιχαλή, Καραγιώζη, περασμένη εβδομάδα έκατσες έσω στη σκάλα και ήρθες στο γήπεδο. Αν τρέπεσαι τα μούτρα σου, ξημαρισμένη παγιομονιάτη, άτε να σε δω. Ναι, για σένα που λαλώ ρε Μιχάλη. Πιστεύετε ότι ο Μπέρκε βιάστηκε σήμερα να κάνει 3 αλλαγές, μπορούσε να περιμένει άλλο κανένα 10 λεπτό. Εγώ νομίζω
I don't think so. I think he made them at the right time. You know, remember when Berg was with Omonia before when we were saying
93 να γίνει αλλαγή. Αν έγινε του. Κανένας παίχτης. Αν έγινε του. Μια χαρά είμαστε. Ήταν καλές. Ο Φάπη έπρεπε να γίνει αλλαγή. Για να νομίζω μια-δυο φορές έπαιξε και λίγο θέατρο ο Φάπη μας.
Φάνηκε και κίτρινη την τελευταία φορά.
Ναι, τελευταία φορά φάνηκε και κίτρινη, ναι. Terry, hello boys, it was a great win today. But the 3 goals we conceded worried me, especially the last 2, which were very similar. Overall, we're poor in dealing with aerial balls today.
But we've been good this season with dealing with that.
Yeah, we were. Well, we do know that we have issues from crosses in the box and set pieces. That's a fact. Μπορεί να γίναμε και λίγο carried away, Stelmo, because for the last 6 games, we were able to deal with these crosses. But then again, the opponents were not, let's say, the most talented in their crossing abilities. Let's put it that way. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, look, just go back to the first goal. As I said before, the delivery was perfect. You hate those. As a defender and a goalkeeper, you hate those. Right? So the first goal, all right, I'll let them off for that one. The second one, again, there's no excuse for letting Balogun get a free header. No excuse. Should have been dealt with. And the second and the third, again, you know that Correa is going to put the ball in the box. I mean, the first 15, 20 minutes, he tried to put the ball in the box 3 times. So you see the pattern there. But it happens. You're 5-2 up. All right, you're going to switch off. It's not acceptable, but these things happen. If it happens next week against fucking, Russia or Ukraine, or whatever the fuck they want to call themselves these days, right? Then I'm going to sit here and worry. But no, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Ari and probably buffer from a set piece threat. They're probably the two teams that can give us problems. Even OmoniaFans, to be fair, OmoniaFans are decent with their set pieces as well. We saw it the other day.
Ναι.
So, you know, but apart from that, I can't see any other team that can really give us that kind of threat. I can't see, to be honest. That's my opinion.
Θέλει να πεις κάτι, Παντελή, να προχωρήσω παρακάτω.
Όχι, πάμε παρακάτω.
Για τον Κίτσο φαντάζομαι. Όχι ρε, που τη βόρεια κερκίδα του μπακάλικου που ήρθα. Όχι που τα δημοσιογραφικά. Και τη δουλειά του Παντελή σήμερα. Haji said classic player, dribble player, he needs a lot of improvement in tactics and fitness level. Κολλήσα το Χατζη Βασίλη του Στέλ. Ο Μαζούρας ήταν καλός που την αρχή, αλλά τραυματίστηκε. Okay, it's for last year. Ναι. Πες ο Μαζούρας ξεκίνησε τη χρονιά καλά και τον τραυματισμό του στην προετοιμασία και έμεινε έξω που τζάμε και πέρα.
Yeah, but then when he did come in, he wasn't particularly great. So again, it goes back to if you've got a run of games, you can get that consistency, you get that match sharpness. Whereas if you're coming on for 20 minutes or playing 45 minutes or whatever, it's difficult.
Δεν μπορεί να πιάσει ρυθμό. Έτσι. Ο Γιάννος έχει με το Χατζή. He's got the skills, not the attitude. He's not calm. Η Παμέντα. Παναγιώτης. Hajji may be crucial in playoff games like Johnny's was in 2021 playoffs. Ναι. Γεια σου Μπάμπε, λέμε Ζανέ μου, είσαι καλά φίλε μου. Καλησπέρα. Okay. When are we going to find a young Brazilian talent? Get rid of that.
Listen, Tony, you asked that question earlier and I put a link, yeah? Click that link and use your Google Translate or whatever it is, right? And then you'll find out about that player you were talking about.
Okay. Εγώ νομίζω ναι, Πάμπο μου. Αλλά και από την άλλη, είχα μια συζήτηση σήμερα με κάποιον άνθρωπο και είπε μου κάποια πράγματα, επομένως να κρατήσω έτσι μια πισινή όσον αφορά το θέμα νέου κεντρικού αμυντικού να έρθει από το εξωτερικό. Να κρατήσω λίγο πισινή μπας σε το θέμα. Μπορεί να βρεθούμε και λίγο προεκπλήξεως. Ο Παντελής να μας πει.
Από το ξέρουμε, ο Μπέρ θέλει απλά να έρθουν κάτι πολλά καλό το εξωτερικό να φέρουν. Αν όχι, εξετάζουν τη λύση και που μέσα στην ομάδα. Ή από ακαδημίες, ή από άλλους παίχτες που έχουμε.
Μάλιστα.
Κάτι έτσι.
Και η μεταγραφική ρε Παντελή, πότε είναι πολύ 31, οξά 3.
Νομίζω 31 μπορεί να υπάρχει ένα παραθυράκι, είμαι σίγουρος για δανεικούς. Να το...
Who knows? They might play Kusula at centre back.
Σκέφτηκα τους εγώ, αλλά δεν νομίζω. Αλλά σκέφτηκα.
I said that about 3 years ago.
Εν νομίζω ρε Στέλ. Εν νομίζω.
Never say never. Timmy the terrorist did it for the national team. You never know.
Γάμα το Timmy the terrorist. Βλάτσινος. Τούτο για τον Ιωβετίτς. Γεια σου ρε Πάμπε. Εντάξει, είχαν πολλούς ομονιάδες που κάθονταν στην κερκίδα της του Άρη. Ναι. Όχι την κεντρική κερκίδα, απέναντι που βλέπεις, που τις κεντρικές κερκίδες, ή βασικά από τη μέση του γηπέδου προς τη βόρεια που καθόμασταν εμείς, ήταν όλοι ομονιάδες που κάθονταν. Έξω και κύριοι, δεν υπάρχει πρόβλημα. Ανοίξετε επιτέλους τα μάτια σας και αμέσως στην ΚΟΟΠ και στην αστυνομία ότι έχει ορισμένα παιχνίδια που οι οπαδοί πάσουν μια χαρά, μπορούν να κάτσουν και δίπλα και θα παίξουν ξύλο ο ένας με τον άλλο. Κάμετε και ένα like πάση σε τούτο που είπα και ένα sub. Το γιο με έκαναν τους σκληρά φαούλ και ήταν τα ούλα, ήταν εντάξει Τόνι. για τον Χατζηγιοβάνη. Ναι ρε, είμαι. Κάνω τους interview, ναι. Αλλά αυτός πια δουλειά. Κάνω μου ξέμω κάνω ρε κουλέως. Απολύσω και τους πιο τώρα. Από βάλει τον διόνα που τσακάεις και το πέρατε ο Φελάς. Για τον Λουγκρίδιν τούτο.
Ναι.
Ότι από βάλει τον διόνα που τσακάεις και το πέρατε ο Φελάς. Μάλιστα. Πρέπει να μπει και μες στα μάτια του.
Νομίζω είναι στο πέναλτι. Την φάση που αν ήταν να μετρήσει ο τέταρτον τέρμα. Νομίζω είναι το πέναλτι ήταν στο 27-25. Δεν τζάμε.
Οκ. Περίμενε. Sorry, λαλή, στον γκολ. Sorry, στον γκολ. Μάλιστα. Άρα συμφωνεί.
Well, it's weird because on the app, it shows that they got sent off between the halves because Gomis and Montnor came on at half time. So they came on the pitch. They came on the subs for the second half. But it shows that our two members of staff were sent off at half time. So I'm assuming it happened after the halftime whistle blew. But there was a bit where, as Bandeli was saying, when they were checking the VAR for the goal, Berger's doing that, pointing as if like to go away. So maybe he was telling the two staff, just go. You've been sent off, just go. Don't make it worse. I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll find out from Vrionidi in a couple of weeks. Vrionidi will tell us. When he spins the wheel and gives like Lugridi a 20-year ban. Fucking hell.
So πες είχαμε επιθετικούς, Μαέντα έβαλαν. By the way, I want to see a Rakovic feature more. No one talks about him ever. Διάφορους που περιμένουμε, Ανδρέα.
It's a long season. It's a long season. These players are going to be needed.
To me, it seems that all the goals we considered today were from crosses. Is that what Stel is preaching all the time on his video analysis? Ναι. Μαζί με άλλα πολλά.
But it's been a while since we conceded a goal from wide, so...
Ναι. Αντρίκο μου, δεν είδα το μήνυμα σου. Μιλήσαμε για το ποιον προτιμούσαμε και νομίζω εγώ και ο Παντελής εξυμνήσαμε τον Τότι. Μου αρέσκει να λάβω τον Ταλιπάν, γιατί ο Ταλιπάν έλωσαν τον τζίριν του. Άλλον ο τζίρις του, άλλον ο Τότης. Ο Τότης είναι ο Τότης, ο τζίρις του ήταν ο Ταλιπάν. Πρώτο, για μένα, επειδή δεν μ' αρέσκει. Ο Τότης είναι ο Τότης. Ταλιπάν είναι ο τζίρις του. Όσον το θέμα που την επιλογή έγινε πρώτη, ίσως υπάρχουν και άλλοι λόγοι πίσω από αυτό. Ίσως, λέω, ίσως. Ναι. Λέω κι άλλο. Τάνκοβιτς ήταν σπουδαίος με 2 ασίστ και το κερδισμένο το πέναρτι. Τάνκοβιτς, ο Κωνσταντίνος, Ομόνια ως το τέλος από το... Εσύ άλλο Μαντελή, ρε Μαντελή. Νομίζεις ότι στο κανάλι του Μαντελή να το στέω. Fix it.
Alright, okay. Calm your hands. Fucking hell.
Now.
This guy fucking hell.
Still, how can we deal with those back post deliveries on the back post opponents, on our right backs and left back?
Well, you stop the ball from going out wide first. You stop the central midfielder from having acres of space and fucking spinning off and laying it square. I mean, listen, these things are going to happen, okay? But when it happens time and time again, you start to wonder what the fuck is going on. But, as I said moments ago, we haven't conceded from wide in a while, so it's just one of those things. Just say it's an anomaly. A broken clock is right twice.
Yeah. Is Omonia going round 16 in Conference League? In my opinion, yes, we have a good chance. In my opinion. Pandeli, yes or no?
Συμφωνώ, αλλά εντάξει, Ευρώπη, και ο μάτς. Τώρα, πιάσουμε με Ριέκα και Ομόνια δίπλα, μπορεί να έχουμε πιθανότητες 60-40. Αλλά εντάξει, δεν ξέρεις τι μπορεί.
Ναι. Εσύ, Στέλ?
I haven't seen much of Rijeka. Saw them against AEK, and they look very, very confident on the ball. Play the ball very, very well. But when I do the analysis for the Patreon, and I have a guest on to talk about them, then we'll find out.
Okay. This is for you, Still. Ο Πέτρος μας ξεκίνησε με έναν ωραίο statement. Σωστός επαγγελματίας και μετά το ένα στέλ. Sorry, what? Είσαι Kelly's Εγγλέσσος.
What have I done wrong this time, for fuck's sake?
That you didn't listen to my statement. That's the problem.
Listen,
turn on the Lambert, Estelle.
This guy, yeah, don't get me started, yeah, right? This guy over here, I get about 1 million WhatsApp messages from him, right? 3 weeks ago, he goes to me, oh, 2026 is going to be such a busy year. I'm not going to have time for anything, blah, blah, blah. 6 o'clock in the morning, I get a fucking WhatsApp voice now. What the fuck is this guy doing, man? He's a fucking Dracula or something. Like, he doesn't sleep. I get to listen to him fucking talking for 20 minutes, asking me the same fucking question.
Turn on the lamp and shut the fuck up.
I'm not going to turn the lamp on. Go fuck yourself.
Γεια σου Ρισβάνι μου, γεια σου ρε Θανασάκη, καλησπέρα σας.
He could play centre back.
Ναι, όλο το Θανάση να παίξει center back ρε. Ομόνια λαός double και conference, γεια σου ρε Θανασάκη μου. Άντε πάλι ο Γουλής. Ναι. Καλησπέρα ρε guys. Τελικά πρέπει να δοθεί όχι στο πέναρτι. Είναι κατάλαβα. Είπαν τα πριν, Αντώνη μου, ο Παντελής μαζί με το Στέλ, ότι επειδή δεν ήταν εσκεμμένο το χέρι, δεν ήταν κοτσινή, κίτρινη ήταν σωστή. Πέτρος, είχα μια συζήτηση με άνθρωπο σήμερα. Πάνε καλά που είναι άνθρωπο. Ναι ρε, είναι άνθρωπο που είναι. Εντάξει, είχα μια συζήτηση με έναν συγκεκριμένο άνθρωπο σήμερα. Μάλιστα. Εν το YouTube που φταίει ρε φίλε μου. Αντρέπονται όμως, μόνο 3 like. Κάμετε ρε like ρε, κάμετε ρε like. Άμα το κάνεις refresh να τα βγάλεις τώρα το YouTube. Γιατί πιστεύω ότι ώσπου να τελειώσει το πότε να έχει τουλάχιστον 70-80 likes. Για όνομα του Θεού. Εβάλαμε 5, έβαλαμε τον Άρη. Έχουμε 8 βαθμούς διαφορά, 8 βαθμούς. Κάθε βαθμός θέλει και 10 like, πρέπει να έχει τουλάχιστον 80 like με το τέλος της εκπομπής. Και αύριο δηλαδή πρέπει να είναι 160. Όχι, είπαμε το τούτο. Και το τελευταίο μήνυμα, the British Madness is a privilege. He enjoys it like a 15-year-old boy. He loves football and he earns good money. He made his dream come true. Μάλιστα. Messed up matches in 7 days? What messed up matches in 7 days? Ο Γούλης, μιλά μόνο στο Γούλης, καταλάβει μόνο στο Γούλης.
Unless he means we've got a certain amount of games within 7 days.
Δεν ξέρω, δεν καταλάβα. Κουβέντες του, εγκούλικες κουβέντες τούτες. Έχουμε 60
No, because we've got, hold on. We've got Buff on the 8th, Paralimni on the 14th. Oh, 1 minute. We've got Buff, Paralimni on the 14th, Rijeka on the 19th, Abo on the 21st. Maybe that's what he means. 3 games in 7 days.
Yeah, or maybe next week we have.
You're talking about next week.
Ipsonas on Sunday, AEL on Wednesday, and on Saturday Buff.
Then Buffo. Yeah. Kiriaki, we've got Buffo.
Κυριακή.
Κυριακή μου έχουμε την Buffo, ναι. Αυτά. Those 3. 8-5.
Για το... Έτσι πήσαν και ο Φως. Για το...
Yeah, put your Lamba on.
Put your Lamba on. Put your Lamba on.
Για τον είχε έναν υπουργό που πλαστογράφησε και...
Ο Γιαννάκης, ο Γιαννάκης. Ο Γιαννάκης. Διαφορά Γιαννάκη, μάλιστα. Αυτά κύριε. Έχετε κάτι άλλο να πείτε να το κλείσουμε ρε. Ρε, μια ώρα και με 4 λεπτά, χαρά στο πράγμα. Άντε, κλείστε το εσείς.
Let Pandeli say it.
Let
him do it. Let him do it.
Ευχαριστούμε που είδατε το. Δεν ξέρω πώς το κάνετε.
Έβαλες τον άνθρωπο σε δύσκολη θέση ρε. Δεν τρέπεσαι έτσι που συμπεριφοράς τον καλεσμένο μας ρε.
Επειδή είμαι συνηθισμένος ραδιοφωνικά ή κάτι που κάνω πολλά επίσημα. Δεν ξέρω μου φκαινεί να το κάνω.
This is how I do it, okay? Right. So, first of all, boys and girls, thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate your support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tell your NOUNA, because I know she's watching. So tell the bitch. Okay, not I'm calling your NOUNA as a bitch, but you know, I'm talking about. Don't forget to join our Patreon for €3 a month. We have all the exclusive content. We've got pre-game, post-game analysis. We've got pre-game for European games, interviews. We've got all sorts of shit going on in there. Plus, there's Power Up, which is also live in the members area, which is 99 cents a month. Don't forget, you'll be helping the channel out, helping keep the lights on, the lumber. I need bulbs for this motherfucker. And keep Pedro happy as well. Bandeli, thank you for joining us. It's always great having you on, and look forward to having you back on once again. Pedro, thank you for your time. Grow the beard, because we need a Wolverine for sure. For sure. And yeah, big win this evening against a team that has been sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit this season, but it's a win is a win. 5 points clear at the top, 8 points ahead of Buffer. Buffer, catch us if you can. It's a mad one. Oh yeah, I need to present stream. Okay, sorry.